National Football League and NASCAR.
If you think Martinsville is shaped like a paperclip, look at this.
I think that's why Jeff Gordon runs so good here. This place reminds me of Martinsville just 11 times.
Well, DW, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time. Let's get this road course party started.
Boogity, 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 boys. Let's go road racing.
The whole objective in the early going is staying on the track and staying off the AI until we can get this field thinned out. It's just not sustainable or realistic to be too wide for the whole race. Probably didn't have too much crazy intro footage because I did not do a full pace lap before the race, because it takes about 35 minutes to do a pace lap around here. Not really, it takes about 4. So no thanks. But cautions are on. No random caution though. And we're at ×2 wear. No fussing with the fuel and whatnot. Just good old-fashioned ×2 wear. I messed with their tires a little bit to make sure we're pretty much at the same speed at the end of runs, but it's just impossible. It's impossible to really dial in everything I do at other tracks. It's impossible, pretty much, at a road course, because throughout the race I get better, and it's almost like just racing I'm just racing myself and racing the track and not really worried about the AI, and I just have a ballpark on how good they should be. Case in point of that is our 1992 Watkins Glen race that we won, where I just got better and better throughout the race, and yeah, I haven't really found a good system for it. And I also balance that with not letting the road courses ruin our seasons. Like, that would just be silly. And to that point, I have a couple of assists on at the road courses. Traction and stability, and then I have a steering assist on that keeps your car relatively on the track. Because I'm not a psycho. Like, I'm not going to run a road course and just spin out right here just because, that's silly. No bravado here. But yeah, the ×2 wear gives us about a 15 lap window for tires. I originally wanted to run 45 laps, but that puts us right on the window, and I've been flirting with that window thing. It's gonna come back. It's gonna bite us eventually. Checking out the points, we're in second place now. The highest we've been all season. But I want to say we're 58 points back of Ryan Newman, and moving into second place doesn't mean we're moving away from everyone else. I mean, they're right on us, and they're all probably going to gain points on us this race because we're not going to do too hot. Thankfully, I most likely threw up our conversation with Siri. Starting 18th. But yeah, thanks for all the views, comments, likes, subscriptions as always. Having fun with this season. I'm not getting editing fatigue that I've talked about in the past. I have a really good workflow now, which affords me the opportunity to get more creative with how I present the races, especially going to and coming back from commercial and all that stuff. Trying to think of any housekeeping things. Yeah, Charlotte, that was a long race, and you could probably, when I was editing, I heard in my voice, I was just spent by the end of that race, and some of the editing and whatnot was haphazard just because it was a chore. I was trying to keep track of what happened to Ryan Newman in the pits. It looks like the Charlotte track does have some kind of pit road issue. Mike Bliss and Robbie Gordon, I had mentioned that in the results that I wanted to find out what happened to them, and I found them. They hit cars on pit road. Ryan Newman hit Kurt Busch on pit road, and then him and Jeremy Mayfield got into it, which left Ryan Newman in his pits and had him fall all the way near the back of the lead lap. Then he ended up coming back and finishing, what, 12th, 13th? So yeah. And I really don't think the Sterling Marlin thing was definitely our fault, but the Rusty Wallace thing I don't think was our fault at all. I think in the future it could be our fault, because then we know we have to really go high. If we're 3 wide in 3 and 4, we'll know we have to go really high. But I mean, Elliott Sadler came up and bumped Rusty Wallace. Oh, that wasn't our fault. Yeah, we're doing good this season. This has been a fun season so far. This is what I want these videos to be. I'm guessing that was us that did that to Elliott Sadler somewhere, I think early in the race. We're probably going to be able to get back around him, though.
God, she's so beautiful. Including her own life.
It's like a whole new beginning.
A brand new start.
I'm gonna get a new place to live, find a job.
You know what? You can work here.
In a bookstore? Me?
Her?
Here?
Why not? Stacked. Friday at 9:10 p.m. on Fox Live.
And this will be the perfect place to stop meeting hot guys.
Skipped a few laps there. I saw Boris said was in the top 10. That's by design. I gave him a good qualifying position, and I have his road course ratings propped up some.
All right. Clear. Right side.
Okay, hold on to her. Don't. Okay.
We got trouble coming into the engine. Clear.
I really had a hard time with Jamie McMurray going into that, you know, the short shoot and going in, trying to get into the S's there. And I got Brian Vickers hitting me in the rear. Getting to be a little chaotic.
Still there. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
Yeah, we could have pushed that.
Right side. Clear.
So yeah, 13 laps in, we've lost a spot. Hopefully gain some, maybe get top 15. I would be pleased with top 15. It salvages what could otherwise be a disaster of a finish. I think I mentioned no random caution, but cautions are on. I actually don't want a caution because those caution laps are those pace laps are so long, and I can't even look at my phone, which is how I usually kill time on those laps, because there's so many twists and turns and weird braking by the AI on those laps that you gotta watch it very closely. All right. No regrets. I said last lap we should have been more aggressive there, but now we are going to be. Wow, how did Jamie McMurray do that? We got into him, and then we had that tussle with Ricky Rudd. Meanwhile, he just took off and passed Junior and Sadler. I didn't even catch that. May see pit stops this lap. We have time. Ugh. We have times to wear. Not sure I mentioned that. We could short pit here, and probably should have. We could short pit, have fresh tires, be out on the track with no one around us. Not worth it. It was the same thing with Junior. We realized at the last second that we could have made a move, but it's not worth it. We're going to listen for leader is pitting now. Pretty sure it's coming.
Keep it to 35. Keep it under 3,000 in seconds.
You know what? I just realized that I didn't see where my pit stall was. $18, so it's just going to be the middle of pit road, really. I see it. Oh my goodness. Tight quarters here. You can see little things bleeding in the graphics.
Go, go,
I don't know what that's about.
We nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Keep it to
Good
35.
pit stop.
Keep it under 3,000 in seconds. Watch that speed now. Keep it on 3,000 in seconds. Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Okay.
The leader's pitting now.
I think we're gaining spots. I mean, Junior was right on us going in. Now he's back there. Or maybe not, because this is Jamie McMurray up here. But we'll see how much we've learned so far this race. On fresh tires, we should turn in our fastest lap of the race coming up here. Not the best start to this lap, but we'll see how we do. Might not even be this lap because of all the pit road traffic coming out. No, this will be a good chance to try to get down into 118. So far, so good. Not a good excel out of that turn. Could have been better there. I've taken the S's worse than that. It's gonna be close. I don't think we have 118 locked up in the bag. Evasive, preventive racing there to make sure Vickers didn't get into us. 118, come on. I can't look yet. There we go. 118.48, wow. And we're in 17th. And I just saw that. So after pit stops, after everything shook out, I think we didn't even gain a spot. So, whatever. Also, I did go in and really mess with the ratings of some of the back markers. Like I said, I want some organic, back marker cars getting lapped. But at the same time, I was thinking, do I really want to do that? Because that really affects the leaders, the AI, trying to get around those guys, and it bunches up the field, and it makes it kind of easier to catch them. So, I don't know. Two 118s in a row. So, I mean, this is what I was talking about. Getting better throughout the race. And we're probably going to be able to pick up some spots here. And it almost has like an arcade feel to it in terms of, start at the back of the pack and work your way up to the front. Rather than actual genuine racing. I mean, we're coming up on halfway through this already. And it was very important that Siri give us a good starting position here, and she did not. But, oh well. She has a lot of other things going on, I assume. I want to try to find a nice, clean straight here so I can look at the standings. Jeff Gordon in the lead up there. Boris said again was running top 10. He's not doing that anymore. First glance, I don't see Newman in the top 10. Oh, 14th. So he's right up here. Oh, he's right here. Dang. Robbie Gordon, I had his road course numbers up. So that's weird. And I did knock down Jason Leffler. So that's reflected there. And yeah, take a look at that big drop. Cal Petty, Mike Wallace, yeah, Ken Schrader, Mike Bliss. Those are the guys I all changed after Charlotte to have worse ratings. And Cal Petty's really sucking down there. And we'll see that really come to fruition at the next couple tracks, Dover and Pocono. I think we're running just the stock Dover and Pocono that we always do. Those are always consistent and fun. But we have a Chicagoland coming up from BBMC that I haven't even tuned in yet. I forgot the brake there. Hang on to her.
Car right. Keep to the left.
Those are the brakes.
Right side.
But as I've mentioned at in some of my other Sonoma, Infineon, Sears Point videos, I think the developers knew we were going to have trouble. I might even mention it earlier in this race. It's all a blur. But the developers, I think, knew that hairpin sucks for the player. And they compensate for it by giving you a nice shot. Nice burst of speed on that front stretch. Almost too much. But yeah, this is just, the rest of this race is just
Left side.
staying on the track and staying out of trouble.
Right side.
I saw some dirt kick up there when we were the ones kicking up the dirt, but I'm not going to go find that. It's not the most important thing. Not a lot of things happening in this race. Probably do some field snapshots. Maybe put up telemetry for a lap or two. That's pretty much it. good here. We're struggling now. And we're 7 laps from pit stops again. Forgot the brake again. I wonder if these guys will catch up to Kyle Petty. Well, Casey Mears is a lap down. That's something to look at. That might have been him that was in the dirt. Yeah, we just don't have... There's nothing we can do. Seems like they're a little slow at their end of the run compared to us, which gives us a fighting chance. Yeah, we can afford to short pit because there's really no risk involved. We're not going to put a lap down if the caution comes out while we're in there. It takes too long for the leader to come back and catch you. So I think lap 29 we'll pit. And then basically you can see how we don't really pick up spots. Oh. We don't really pick up spots. So we're going to put on those tires. Hopefully pick up some spots during the stops. And that'll be the race. It's fun to do the road course. I'm by no means just going through the motions because it's a road course race and we have to have it on the schedule. I'm just having fun with it, but I also know the reality of it. Kind of just spending the whole race in the teens. But that could be Siri's fault. Yeah, no, I just don't have anything to talk about. I'm trying to focus here. Takes a lot of focus. That's another reason I like to take a week off. Just because I've been talking non-stop most talking I've done all year, period. Yeah, especially in the S's, you can see stuff bleeding through the graphics a little bit, just like black lines. Not sure how well it will show up on YouTube, but you'll see them right here. Looks like it has something to do with the grandstands, honestly. So I think if I would turn down the drawing distance some, that would kill that. Yeah, they're all popping up over there. But there's some over on the right now. I don't know. Alright, if we were just made of just testicles, we would hit this lap and get a couple laps on them. I think we will. I think we're gonna pit this lap. Yeah. I can just feel the way the wheel is moving right now that I have a pretty good handle on how to take these turns now. But hey, we're not alone. Someone else is pitting, so it's not like we're gaming the system here by any means.
Keep it under 3,000 in second.
We're definitely after.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on
We're definitely
3,000
after the
in
turn
second.
here. It's not going to be as chaotic. There's Junior. I know we're right near Junior. There we go.
We'll give you a half can of fuel. Go, go, go! Yeah!
They've been giving us good stops this race.
Great work, guys. Keep it to 35. Keep
Just
it
two
under
sub
3,000
15s.
in second.
Can't complain there.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
And also, knock on wood, no speeding penalties this year yet. I think we had one or
The
two.
leader's pitting now.
I think we had one or two of our races derailed in our '92 season for speeding penalties. So yeah, our short pitting strategy is probably not going to play out as well as I was hoping, just because you know, other cars had the same idea. But we may gain spots because there's congestion on pit road compared to us being just naked and free on there. But we'll see. These are all the spots we're gaining right here. And hopefully Ryan Newman's car exploded or something. I'm too busy looking at these cars and not paying attention to the track. Tell you what, these are some new faces. I haven't seen Mayfield's car. I haven't seen Mayfield all race. Mark Martin here. I don't think I've even raced with Mark Martin that much this season. Definitely haven't seen him this race. Maybe he's having some kind of issues here. We're letting him go. We are not going 2x2 through the S's. Probably could have had him. I just didn't trust it with this late in the race. I don't feel like getting punted off the track by just their pure steel chassis that doesn't budge. Actually broke decently with them that time. So it is possible. As much as I complain about it. Not worth going at him here. We gotta be top 10.
We got just 10 more to go.
Yeah.
We're in the top 10.
Now we just have to stay on the track. Like that's what this all comes down to now. I got news for you too. If we can get a caution, I think we know how to play ball with the AI pretty well. I'm not nervous about a caution bringing the field back together because basically we're not going to be, you don't do 2x2 restarts at road courses. We will be single file.
Car right.
But that would sweep us back up to the leaders.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Leader being Jeff Gordon. Oh, and I just realized we jumped up ahead of Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman lost. Ryan Newman's back in like 17th. I saw Jeff Gordon's kind of running away with this thing. We're doing all right. Let's just make sure Rusty Wallace does not get into us in these hairpins. He's been chirping us
Car right.
every lap.
Still there. Clear on the right. Keep it up, keep it up, keep digging. We got trouble. In turn 2, there's an accident.
Look out. Oh my God, this will be the end of our race.
Let's go. Race back to the line. Car right. You got a slow car up on the right. Clear.
Off on the track, There we go. Man, I was just cruising USA there. Thinking, oh, we got a top 10 in the bag,
Car left.
and we get a wreck,
Clear on the left.
and I spaz out.
Keep to
Went
the
off
right.
the track. Thankfully didn't get into them at all.
Clear on the left.
But we got what we wanted. I mean, we're gonna we got a caution with, I don't know, we might have 5, 6 to go when it goes green.
Pit road is closed.
You go.
Sprint PCS Vision services are easy and amazing things you'll really use. Get unlimited access to music, pictures, web, video, Sprint TV, and more for one low monthly fee. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
All right, we're going back green here with 5 to go. We're top 10. We lost a spot in that chaos. Ryan Newman's in 16th. And this is our race, man. This is it. Let's not get pushed off the track. That's all.
Green, green, green. Just 5 more to go.
Let's be careful. There is a lapper up here. Casey Mears, that red bumper up there. There's a lap down. Have we wrecked Jeremy Mayfield this season? Because he might be looking for payback. I can't think of anything. God, I hope I'm not forgetting something.
Car left. Clear on the left. Left side. Stay on the right. Stay on the right.
Not worth it. Not worth. I can't do it. Looks like Jeff Gordon's pulling away from Tony Stewart already.
Right side. Still there. Keep to the left. Clear.
Nope. That turn just doesn't want to hold you. I'm not wrecking. I want to win my points championship. We've yet to do that. Yeah, Gordon just has no competition up there.
Right side. Clear on the right.
It's just embarrassing. Well, I guess embarrassing. I don't know, but trying to. I don't think I've taken that hairpin turn that's the same way twice. Like it's just a crapshoot every time I go in there. But yeah, another thing too with these seasons is I don't drive like a dummy. It's a sim, so you gotta immerse yourself and play ball a little bit. I'm not gonna just dive on these guys. We race them like we would want to be raced. You know, the typical move at any arcade, Watkins Glen, for example, is just diving down into turn 1. Bashing into some cars, into the side of cars, and gaining 30 spots on the start. Why the hell would I do that? Just 2 to go. Top 10 would look nice on the old stat sheet. We'll gain 5 points on Ryan Newman, but I'm not. I mean, we're concentrating on Ryan Newman. Yeah, because he's been Goliath so far. But I have talked about it a couple times how that's not the only guy. I mean, we have guys right near us. Jeff Gordon's right near us, I think, in the standings. He's going to jump ahead of us. I don't know. He had 2 DNFs in a row. He might not be right with us anymore. But there's no guarantee that we'll even be in second place after this race. We've behaved this race. This is good. One more lap. Nobody wreck in front of us.
White flag. One more lap.
We're in good shape. If this was for $1 million, I'd be pushing Harvick here side by side through the S's, and we still are. I think he got spooked
Still there.
or something. Now this isn't worth it.
Clear on the left.
But let's just get a good hairpin and get our top 10. That's all I'm worried about now. Good hairpin. There we go.
There's the flag.
It just feels like we won.
Great job, buddy.
Nice top 10. This might be the year. This might be our year. Jeff Gordon did get that win. Just dominant car. Him and Greg Biffle were the only 2 cars that led laps. Gordon led the most, so he takes all 50 points here. We get a top 10. Ryan Newman ended up 15th, so that's 5 more points we gained on him. And I most likely showed what happened to Casey Mears and then the Joe Nemechek wreck. Those guys are going to be in the back half here. Boris said finished 16th. Then on the back half, no name sticking out. Kyle Busch. I mean, he wasn't really number 1 in 2005, so whatever. But that's 1 road course down. It's always just, tricky on how it's going to play out, but this was nice. This was no complaints at all. Yeah, now we're going to head to Dover, Pocono, and Chicago to round out the first half of the season, and it'll be the end of the Fox broadcasts. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what the points look like now, too. All right, I'll see you at Dover. Thanks for watching.